Video response to Professor Anton, I suppose. At least a response to his video. Let's play the video.
Just maybe as a way to further clarify part of what my concern is with YouTube. Now this young man, John Dorn, I think is his name of his channel. He comes in and he decides to try to defend me against Gary, and then Gary is in sort of typical Gary fashion, very aggressive and rude and mean to the...
Yeah, well, whatever. The guy was aggressive and rude to me first. Again, people always want to eliminate context, eliminate the truth of the circumstance. I didn't go into his fucking... I didn't go say, oh, I gotta go find a John Dorn video and respond to it and talk trash about this moron. I didn't do that. This guy premeditated, okay, sent me PMs asking for a debate. He didn't say what subject or anything else. He just wanted to make a name for himself. Alright, so he finally found a subject to get involved in, made a stinking, lousy, crappy, shitty video where he's maligning my 2,000 videos he hasn't even fucking watched. Okay, my character and my personal life. And then you assholes, I'm sorry, but you assholes then come back with this crap that I was the aggressor. Fuck you! I mean, get fucking real. I defended myself against a character assassin. That's what I fucking did. I assassinated the fucking assassin. Period.
This young man, and I don't know what to say about this John Dorn. He can think whatever he wants to think. I don't know.
Well, we know what we can say about him, that he's an incredible sycophant of yours, okay? And I didn't hold you responsible for his creation or his existence. I didn't even mention you in my response to him in any real way whatsoever. But obviously, in his further response video, he basically conceded, well, if you're not on my side, then everything I said was wrong, and I don't think I could blah, blah. I mean, what an idiot. He just fucking said, well, because you don't agree with me, I guess I'm completely wrong. I mean, how stupid can you fucking goddamn be? The guy makes a video attacking me, and he did it based on this presumption that somehow you say that's what he should be doing. I mean, that's basically his idiotic logic. And I revealed him for the asshole he was. I'm done with him. He's a little bit fucking too slow for this conversation. Let's just say it plain and simple. He's not up to it. And he got in way over his fucking goddamn head.
Why he would want to pipe in and then have me... Get some lamenting, oh, he's sad because I'm not coming to his defense. This is exactly what I don't like about YouTube. This is a bunch of politics of hurt feelings. It's a bunch of mellow...
Yeah, well, whatever. Part of that was your own fault because you did go to his video and say, great video, whatever the hell you said, and great remark there, or great at 5 minutes and 20 seconds, you really had it, and blah, 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 or some kind of crap like that. So you encouraged the asshole, so you do have to take some responsibility for his existence. But whatever, who cares? I don't care. Yeah, it is irrelevant. This is a minor problem on YouTube, but yeah, it's a problem. There's assholes on YouTube. Big deal. There's assholes everywhere.
Drama. This is so far removed from substantial engagement.
Yeah, right. So just choose to ignore it. Let's move on. Okay, let's agree to that. Let's agree on that these kind of peripheral bullshit arguments should be completely irrelevant. I think it had become irrelevant. I made my response. I didn't counter-respond to his next two idiotic, moronic videos. I just ignored the fucking asshole. So let's just ignore the fucking asshole and move on.
Person continuously misquoted the title of my video. The video was more on the irrelevance machine and that logic and how it relates to capitalism. It wasn't saying YouTube is irrelevant. I don't know where...
Well, I don't know. Come on. This is a weird paraphrase of your own video. You were pretty explicit in the video. What are we doing here? What the fuck is this? We're wasting our time. We should be out planting carrots. Blah, blah, blah. Come on. There was a lot of maligning of this medium in that video. And, you want to retract some of that? Fine. But let's not change history, please.
I think they picked it up from Gary's talk. Gary, just ridiculous. I mean, not even within the first minute, he suggests that I'm blowing smoke and sticking daggers. No, Gary, that's called nuance.
Yeah, nuance. Whatever. I don't care. It's called obtuse. It's called disorienting. It's called distraction. It's called, it's whatever that, what do you call it when the pickpocket, pokes you in different places so you don't feel him pull your wallet out of your back pocket. There's a certain disingenuous dishonesty about this idea of, this is how you present your counter argument. You say, well, man, that's a beautiful dress you're wearing, and then you start going, but I can smell your cunt. It's a little bit silly. That's what it's a little silly.
Have to have everything be fully agree in life or disagree in this life. It's like you have an either or blinder that you have to really be for something or you're against it. That's like,
well, on the stuff we know, on the stuff that's real here, it's time to start doing that. There's way too much. Let's just deny all reality so we can just come up with convenient. We can just make up our unicorn anytime we need one. Whenever we need a unicorn, we got some ambiguity we can shovel together to pop one together. So anytime you're in a crisis, we need a unicorn. Well, we can make some out of this bullshit that we just keep walking around with. So there's some questions that should be either or'd out of the question realm. They are answered. And I'm just arguing that we, in the last 200 years, have answered a lot of questions, and it's time to get a little bit serious about defining what the fuck human beings are, and they aren't on some magical fucking goddamn sparkly ride. They're on a fucking DNA molecule flying to hell.
Your logic, that's really stupid. I think the other thing that I thought was very odd, and I'm not going to sit and rant about it, but Gary, you suggest here that, okay, I want to say a couple of things, right? You suggest that these elites enjoy their privilege where they don't have to have talk back? No. I don't think you know anything about the rigors of academic publishing.
Well, I know the rigors of publishing, and I'm not denying that the elites have to have their own little competition for who gets the best seat in elitedom. That they don't have some sort of bullshit they have to go through. But the bottom line is that they're still sitting cloistered from the other arenas. So, it's still a specialty war game they're playing. It's a very different battle than what the peasants are fighting. So I don't know exactly how you want to put it. It's like it's a different dance contest. You know what I'm saying? The fancies, the swells are having a different kind of contest in their little ballroom than the life and death struggle of ideas that's going on in the real world. And the elites don't get into the real nitty gritty, let's duke it out kind of philosophical fighting.
What rejection letters look like. You should go ask some of your academic, if you know professors, if you know people who are in the publishing game, when they send their essays off to have them reviewed, and rejection rates at some journals are very high, and even the acceptance rates, those things that get accepted, many times they don't sail through, they go through.
Right. Well, this is another argument, in my opinion, against these kind of, again, that's another, this pretentious journals and the rest of the things that are imposing their editorial censorship on what they're forcing people to write a certain way about subjects in a certain way to please a certain constituency. And that's where this gets way out of control, because that's even more an example of the fact that this is a tailor-made. It is philosophy tailor-made. It's made to satisfy a constituent. And the constituent is not some rigors of the truth. The constituent is some other agenda. And you see it. You see it just in common mass media. You can't write an editorial without them ripping it to pieces. I used to do that for newspapers. I'd send in my editorials. And you wouldn't believe the end. What ended up in the paper was it was like almost they converted it into an opposite of what you were arguing for. It was preposterously. It was such a waste of fucking time. Because their editorial control turned it into crap.
Many processes of revision, and I don't know if you're aware of this difference, but it's easy to give harsh feedback on paper in a way that interpersonally, face to face, it's much rougher. Just to give you an example, when you're proofreading a student's paper, when I'm proofreading a student's paper, or when people proofread my paper, when Valerie, she's going to proofread my work, if I receive negative comment on paper, I can look at it, I can assess it, I can think about it, and I can just deal with it. But when a person's going to visually, face to face, just audibly, say it to you directly, it's much harsher.
Yeah, well, I think that's, again, just a matter of circumstance. So, I mean, I could make the counter argument that when somebody writes something harsh in words, the words are there, and you can reread them, and you reread them, and you say, God damn it, what does that say, and what does he mean by that, and why is he calling me an ignoramus, and a blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, I think I think that argument does go anywhere. They're different mediums, yes, okay? A verbal assault is different than a literary assault, but this, certainly the one sentence, or the 3-sentence insult has a different character than the 1-word insult, in terms of, the hammer versus the scalpel, but it doesn't matter.